Welcome to module number 11, and this for our Corporate Transparency Act course. And in this module, I want to talk about what's happening to most of the people that are going to register for the Corporate Transparency Act, is that we're going to be surrendering what's left of our privacy. Now, I have heard this so many times that I just want to go, I want to throw up. But when someone says, well, the feds already have that information, who cares, right? I'm thinking to myself, wow, man, you're a sheep, right? First of all, you don't know what you're talking about. There is much less coordination between government agencies than you think, okay? For a lot of them, and this is what I'm trying to get you to understand here, is that they have to jump through hoops to go get stuff, right? And rather than having everything in one place where it's easy to check. Going to different agencies, it's a hassle for them, and it's a big time suck. And one thing you got to remember too is that government agencies are very territorial. They do not cooperate nearly as much as you think. And just remember the quote that from the New York Times when I was talking about the IRS and their AI and so forth, that there's never ever been such an all-encompassing federal database as we're going to start having next year in 2024. I mean, 36 million entities will be in there, millions and millions of private information of the beneficial owners and people that have to register. That's all going to be there, and it's all available with a touch of a button. So the feds may have had it in different places, but it's never been right here and so easily accessible. That's what I don't like. There's a lot I don't like, but that I really don't like that. So what are we surrendering here? If we comply with this, what are we surrendering? We're surrendering our personal privacy. We're giving up driver's license number, passport number, the image of ourselves, our personal residence, which really chaps my hide. What the frick do they need me to have my stuff like that? So they're requiring all that personal information, all the properties that I own, as if what is it their freaking business, right? Plus, who has access to it? Well, any financial institution has access to it. Law enforcement has access to it. Government agencies have access to it. And frankly, anybody who can get a court order can get access to it as well, which is like, so let's face it, let's not, this song and dance about how, your information will be kept private, right? How many data leaks have there been and continue to happen? Nothing is secure. You're saying someone can't hack into that as well, or the government will just let it go, or they'll allow, not unauthorized access to it. I don't believe that. I'm sorry. I don't believe anything they say as far as that stuff goes, because eventually it comes out that it was used in a way that was not supposed to, and there's never any consequences. So I'm sorry. Let's be real here, okay? Again, it's none of their GD business about stuff. I'm not a woman, but my wife, we get married. Okay. So she changed her name to my last name. And so if in this scenario, she would have to notify the federal government of her new name. Now, yeah, she could update her passport or whatever. I get that. But just the principle that now we have to, report our personal life, what's changed, what happens in our life, to the government, the federal government, with this one database, this all-encompassing database. Why I have to sit there and give my personal address again? You know what it's like? It reminds me of Stockholm Syndrome, and you may or may not know what that means, but it's a psychological phenomenon where if you're taken hostage, the longer you're there, the more you start to identify and bond with the hostage taker, even though he or she is depriving you of your freedom. And that's what's happening in this country is that we are bonding with an ever more authoritarian government. And we just it's okay, whatever. A lot of us do, so let me ask you that magic question that I do after every module is ending. Do you really want to be involved with this? Do you really want to give up all that privacy? Do you really want to be involved in this creeping, horrible thing that's happening? If you have a legal way to avoid it, why wouldn't you? I did. So let's continue. We got a few more modules to go, and then I'll get to the great reveal about what you can do to exempt yourself and your family from what's coming down.